Hey guys, Ronin here. Welcome on back to the Retrocade. It is Friday, which means it's time for another twofer of our walkthrough, our first time playthrough of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic JRPG Final Fantasy VI. If you've been following along to this point, we've pretty much hit the quarter pole. I believe this is episodes 23 and 24 we're banging out today. So, again, we do these twice a day, 3 times during the work week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then don't miss out on our special Sports Saturday and Sucker Punch Sunday features coming this weekend. I've already got my game picked out for tomorrow's Sports Saturday. Should be a fun one, especially if you're a fan of the national pastime, and I'll leave it at that. I haven't picked out the one for Sucker Punch Sunday yet, but again, tune into those as well. Follow us on Twitter at @RetroCade, and as usual, the usual housekeeping, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, ring the bell to be notified of the latest content. And if there's a game you would like to see us feature here on the Retrocade from the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Neo-Geo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, or PlayStation 2, leave it in the comments below or drop me a tweet. And give me any game from those consoles and those catalogs. Any game you want. If anything, it'll be a one-day playthrough. We can play it for longer if it needs to. Who knows? I could run on a Sports Saturday, or I could do it on a Sucker Punch Sunday. But the whole point of this channel is to explore the history of games across the golden age of the consoles from 1984 to 2010. And I have thousands of games to choose from, but I want to hear from you guys and what you would like to see us feature. So, and again, I already have my next walkthrough title picked out for when we finally complete Final Fantasy VI, which I'm hoping will be sometime in the next, I want to say, week to 2 weeks. I know we're only doing about half-hour episodes, and our previous episode ran longer than I usually allow it to go, in about 50 minutes or so. That's going to happen. Like I said, if the game dictates that we need to do that, then that's what we're going to do. So, anyway, when I left you on Wednesday, we did pick up a couple of essential new items. Specifically, we got ourselves a couple of new Espers. We got Ifrit, and we got Shiva. Now, you may be familiar if you've played other Final Fantasy games with these two Espers. I met them most predominantly in Final Fantasy VII. They were the first two Espers you got. Of course, back then, they were also just still referred to as summons. So, now that we have them, we've got a little bit more leeway on things we're able to do here in the Majick Factory, where we had to come to free them. But we're not out of the woods yet. In this episode, we've got to get out of here. But we hit this save point because now, as we head back out, we're going to run into bosses. And we're not going to run into just one. We're going to run into, I believe, 2. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and link up Ifrit to Celis. So she now has that at her disposal. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and, just to be on the safe side, because you can never do this enough, is you want to make sure you can save it. So now we can't go back up the conveyor belt, which is that rolling thing to the right. What we can do is we can go through this door that Shiva was guarding. Now, looking through my playthrough guide, that again, I'm getting all my help from GameFAQs, which is, if you don't have the means by which you're looking to play old games, that is still the place to go to get most playthrough information and walkthroughs and stuff like that. A little caveat with that, make sure you check out who wrote the particular fact you're needing and how thorough it is. Because one of the things I found out, especially playing Final Fantasy VI, is there's a plethora, a cornucopia, if you will, of walkthroughs available on GameFAQ, but not all of them are consistent in how everything is delivered. Alright, we'll take care of the onions. We'll have a general here. Now, I understand that it looks like there's supposed to be something else we can get. Excuse me. a fairly critical item that we're going to need. But so right now, we're just going to be going upstairs. The next to the exit you came to in this next room, head all the way to the west, and you'll come to the very last tube in this room. Then head all the way south, and then west into a hidden area. So we need to go up these stairs. Does help if we are placed right to go up the stairs. Alright, I'm not going to worry about the onions at this point. I'm just going to focus on taking the general out. When in doubt, bust out the chainsaw. Oh, and I didn't realize it, but... Lock. Was sporting shades, which tells me that he got hit with dark. Ah! So that's why I needed to take out. Okay. Missed chucking the stones at him. Oh, crap. Well, that didn't help things at all. So level 5 death, if you weren't paying attention to that, will impact any character whose level is divisible by 5. Which is why Celis bought the farm. Since she's level 20, she's the weak sister in the bunch. I am hoping that is a skill I can later have Gao pick up. That would be really helpful in a pinch. But also, well, now that I think about it, okay. So head all the way to the west and come to the very last tube in the room. Most of the enemies you fight don't have a particular... Oof. And a Shamshir is brutal. But anyways, I was saying, most enemies you encounter don't have levels really to speak of. They have hit points, obviously, but they're not of specific levels. So even having level 5 death might not be beneficial in the long run as a usable skill. Okay, all the way west. Okay, the next through the exit you came through, and all the way west, take him to the very last tube in the room. Well, fortunately, Edgar doesn't use magic, nor does Locke. And that kind of backfired, because I didn't mean to use the steel sword on... Ooh, got a sunbeam. I'm not sure what that does. Alright, I'm definitely going to have to do a little bit of healing to help out Locke, because he's now been poisoned and silenced. I don't move anywhere quite yet. If I remember right, I don't have a lot. Well, no, I was smart. I did stock up on antidotes. Okay, so all the way west to come to the very last tube in this room. From there, head all the way south and west into a hidden area with a chest that I'll be able to open when I get there. Ooh, we were able to get something that now Edgar can use. Wow! Dig that! I'll take it. If that's something I get to use going forward, then Edgar just got even crazier than he was before. Dig that. That is... I'm liking that. That could not have come to us at a better time. Okay, so head to the lower left corner. There it is. Alright, now I'm not nearly as worried about these things as I was previously. Alright, how we doing on life? Everybody's more or less okay, but I should top them off. Alright. What does the... So the brake blade just hits things hard. And I could give that to her. Or I could give it to Edgar. The full moon ring would be helpful, but... Unfortunately, I can't give it to Gao, because Gao fights with the skills. You know what? I'm gonna take my chances and give her the brake blade. And here we go. So who's this? This is number 24. We stole a rune blade. Ow. Alright, well, it helps that they've got shields that can block. Alright, come with Sunbeam again. Ooh. Alright, so that barrier change allows you to try different magic on them. So in doubt, just bust out the chainsaw. Because I'd whittle them down enough using the Sunbeam. And the last thing you want to do is put him in a position where you got to heal him. An Ice Brand. So we have another Rune Blade. Ice Brand will bump up her magic, but not anything else. So I will keep that as is. Should I heal up? Yeah, I should. And now we find more espers. Our lives can't go on any longer. So free before you in death we shall grant you our powers. Wow. There's Sid. So now there are 6 Esper capsules that we could potentially get here. And now we've received them all. So now they call them Magirocks. Again, in Final Fantasy VII, they're referred to as Materia. Surely you joined only to spy on them. I know that laugh. That means Kefka's here. Ouch. And now that we don't have Celis, what is she doing? Yeah, she transported him out, so now it's going to be the 3 of us. Well, crap. And they gave her the brake blade. Which also means we don't have a healer. That sounds ominous. Shock in the system's ruptured. It caused rupture in the capsules. The energy is literally flooding out. It's dangerous to stay here. You think? Time to go. Even though he was forcing me, I worry about what I've done. I worry about the consequences after I brought the dinosaurs back. Spent so much time wondering whether or not they could, they didn't even stop to think whether or not they should. Yes, I'm that old. I remember Jurassic Park. I regret nothing. And we got another save point. That's helpful, so I better do that really quick. Where do we go? I'll hold them off. You gotta go. Ooh, we stole a... I'm not sure what the Raijin is, but that looks like that could be helpful. If I remember right, the Raijin is something that either Cayenne or Shadow can throw. I do dig this, though, that we get this kind of 3D effect. Install another Raijin. Smile! Ooh, except I can't go to my menu yet, so I can't see what else we got. So I know we just found something else. Well, I can steal those all day. Ouch, that healed it. Well, say cheese. Okay, good to know. Don't use ice on these things. I mean, graphically, this isn't the best sort of 3D cutscene you can get, I grant you that, but you have to remember, this now is over 25 years old. It's kind of the best they could do with what they had at the time. So we have a Sutong. Don't know entirely what that is, but there's got to be an end to this at some point. At least I certainly hope so. I don't want to have to keep fighting these buggers for the next 20 minutes. You threw a wheel at me, really? And we keep rolling on here. Now we've hit the boss. So number 128, left blade, right blade. Alright, we've already taken the left blade and right blade out. But it cast haste, so now it can go faster than we can. And it can grow things back. So not only can it go faster than this, it can regenerate. But we have shields. Alright, hopefully the stones will continue to do damage. Or not. That's me being a little bit more optimistic than I should have been. That's it. So being able to swipe Sunbeam to help Edgar out and give that to his crossbow, that's a game changer. And it was not something I planned. That's the benefit of having somebody in your party who can steal. Alright, so save it here. We got a few more minutes available, so see what we can do with this. All right. How am I doing on guild? Wow, we've got over 26,000. So we're rolling in dough. There's Setzer. I'm starting to get worried. And Locke has to break the news to Setzer that she's gone. Kafka, what are you doing? What is... I suspect we're a little late on that front. Well, we have Setzer, okay. I have no idea what that did. It did damage. I'm good with that. Ow. Not sure what happened with my... Ah. What the heck happened to my... There we go. My cursor, for some reason, is disappearing. And Setzer chucks cards at things. Okay. Ow. Goodbye. Alright, well those weren't as hard as I suspected they might be, but now we are taking a quick flight and where are we ending up? Going back to Zozo. Explain on the way. Okay. Looks like we're all here. I got some sort of reaction out of her. So she was born in the Phantom Beast world. So she's not human. The Phantom Beast world. Okay, so I can't save it yet. So this one might be running a little bit longer than I anticipated as well. Something came through the gate. Okay. So it looks like that is her. Or it could be her mother. I don't know. It was a keepsake. Madeline. I don't know how I got here from the human world. I was caught wandering in a terrible storm. Before I knew it, I found myself here. What if the Phantom Beast and humans really can't live together? Okay, so she's going back. Whoop. Around the rock. She's already left. I just reached the gate between the human world and the Phantom Beast world recently. Stay here. Wait a minute. So she comes through the gate. She's not sure how she ends up there. Stays one day, decides that she's going to go back, and Maydeen, the Phantom Beast, says, no, you're going to stay here with me, and we're going to shtup and have a family, and all will be great. That seems a little sudden, but I guess it's just me. And that leads to the Empire coming in and rounding up all the Phantom Beasts and capturing them. So Gastra's coming to seize it. And along the way, they also get Tina. So they will summon the wall. He'll kill the elder. And of course, they're blaming Madeline for this. If you hadn't taken her in, we'd be fine. What were you doing? And now she takes off. Which way did she go? She goes this way. Nope, didn't go that way. So there's two ways in the cave. They go around. And Gasper still trying and gets blown away. And Tina gets blown out through the cave and Madeline along with her. And he goes out too. And so Gaster is the one who takes Tina because she's half Phantom Beast, half human. Really? You bastard. And everybody else has to watch as the wall closes. And now we get Tina back. So they were the ones caught during the raid. Their power came at the expense of a Phantom Beast's life. Now everybody's getting their hackles up. The airship's ready to go. Now we're already leaving. Navigate. Okay, now we can learn how to fly the airship. So up and down change the altitude. A button moves the ship. Left and right turns it. X lets you go aboard the airship. Place party members buy items. Oh, so we can buy items here. Okay. Let you land. I believe so. Ah, so start button gives me the world map. So move in any direction without changing your viewpoint. Okay. Right, let's rotate at high speeds. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Except to hit the start button and there. Okay, so now we're in the desert. We've got to find Narch. Let's see, which way are we facing here? Alright, so there, now I have an idea where we are, because now that's Figaro. Which means the castle is here. And Narch should be up this way, if I recall. Okay, well, what I will do is I will do a little bit of flying around here before the next episode. Because this isn't it. This is Nicaea, so. But we're at least able to start navigating around the map as we see fit, which means now we're open to do a lot more exploration and a lot more quest-related stuff. So, we'll call it good for here. And in the meantime, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and ring the bell to be notified of the latest content. Be sure to check out Sports Saturday tomorrow and Sucker Punch Sunday, as well as we will go back and play sports and fighting or fighting platform-based games. Follow us on Twitter at @Retrocade, and if there's a game you'd like to see us play across the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generations, the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Neo-Geo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 2, leave it in the comments below, and I will talk to you in the next episode, or otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend. My name's Ronin, and I will talk to you then. Bye.